Your character, you played Cherish in this film.
Yes.
Cherish is part of a successful singing duo, but she's also caught up in a web of sibling rivalry, fame, and personal doubts. Can you walk us through the journey your character goes through in this story and some of the key obstacles she must overcome, not only to kind of find herself, but also to heal her relationship with her sister?
Well, without telling the whole movie, I can
Of course.
say that obviously we are a group together. We're called the Jordan Sisters, TJS, and we're like uber famous, super, super duper famous duo. I am known to be, Cherish is known to be, uh, well, she's just more known. She's more adored, more cherished. And I believe that's why they named her that, because she's, it's a whole thing. And when you watch the film, you'll understand. Um, we start off really tight. We've just lost our father. And just it's like nonstop chaos ensues, and it makes us doubt even our own relationship, something neither of us ever saw coming. And so you're seeing these two famous people just really going through things that normal humans go through. And so that for me makes for an interesting story. And also families really go through things like that where you're suspicious and there's a jealousy and there's all these things, but this one gets pretty dramatic. I mean, yeah. I mean, there's fights, there's the whole nine. So and also our cousin, who's played by Extasia Sanders. Um, she's an incredible actress as well. So we had a lot of fun making it too. Like I must say, we had a lot of fun making it, and that's rare. That's not always a given. Sometimes there are divas involved. But myself and Keshia Chanté played sisters, and now we've become sisters. She's just a lovable character, and somewhat of a thug, I call her. She's hilarious. But yeah, we had a great time filming it, and I think that translates too.
You and Keshia Chanté are both powerhouse vocalists with real life chart topping success. So, I mean, you just described what it was like working with her, but let's unpack that a little bit more. How would you describe the creative energy, blending your talents for this film?
First of all, I must say, I actually wrote on her debut, I think it was her debut album. I was super young. She was super young. We didn't meet though. I wasn't at the session. I didn't produce or record her vocals. But I was a part of the writing team. It was a co-write. And she's like, I've been wanting to meet you all this time. That was like 20 years ago. She's like, I've been wanting to meet you all this time. Like everyone involved said that you'd just be like, you are so, and I felt the same way. I was like, oh man, like I have a credit on this person who I've never met. And that's kind of rare. But musically, it was great. I mean, she is talented. She is beautiful. She has success. She is a host. She's very well spoken. She's eloquent. She's a lot of gifted things. And I guess I could kind of, say that we kind of share some of those qualities. And so it was really easy. I mean, when you're a professional and you love what you do and you know what you're doing, you're bringing that passion, you're bringing that vigor and that excitement into everything you do. So it was just really easy. There really were no difficulties with her at all. Yeah.
So, this story warns about the temptations of fame. So, I'm curious, were there moments in your own career where this story hit a little too close to home?
I mean, maybe the fear of how you're being perceived. There may be some like undertones that I could relate to and but not that many. I mean, I've never gone through most of the things that she's going through, and I'm not famous with my family. I don't work with my family either. So I think that there are only undertones. But yes, the fear of, say, blogs or interviewers or there is a scene where it's all just coming to a head with an interviewer in our face, cameras in our faces, and like the way that you have to think fast, and sometimes you don't. Sometimes you're affected. Sometimes you're emotional, you're PMSing, and you just something flies out of your mouth. You're like, that was an error. Like, where did that come? Why would I even, but you're under pressure and you're not thinking clearly. Sometimes you're emotionally led. So there are similarities, there are similarities, I think, in some of the happenings. Yeah.
Keri, I mean, you're not just acting right now. You have a new album out. We Need to Talk Love. How does this film, if in any way,
Uh-huh.
reflect themes from your music or vice versa?
Woo, that's a deep question. Well, I mean, love songs. I mean, there's some love songs. The second part of my album is called Drama, and my character in the film also has some moments where she's choosing to sing about her reality as it's going on, in her marriage or with her sister. So there there are similarities, but probably not on this first part per se, other than the fact that, again, music is about love for the most part. It is about love. It could be familial love, it can be friendship love, it can be sibling love, can be romantic love. So yeah, but We Need to Talk is it is its own beast.
If your character Cherish
hmm
was your BFF in real life,
Hmm.
and you were a witness to the drama and her experiences in this film, let's say it was real life, right? What
Okay.
advice would you give her?
Ooh, I think honestly, I really believe Cherish. I believe that Cherish believes Cherish. And I believe that if she were my friend, I would say, I get it. Like, you're justified. You know what I mean? There may be parts where I'm like, okay, you're not being patient. There's timing involved with things. You may not be this patience, you know what I mean? Because sometimes I would also tell her, we kind of force our will. We have a need to control our circumstances and our life story. And instead of allowing God to let things unfold, you can get caught up when you're trying to manipulate situations to be in your favor as opposed to allowing them to unfold and allowing other people the freedom of choice. So yeah, there would be honest conversations because I'm like that with my friends. But as far as her suspicions, I would say that is justified.
Right on. So, Carrie, this movie is part drama, part cautionary tale. What do you
Yeah.
hope viewers take away from Fame, especially young people chasing success in the spotlight?
Mm. I would say I hope that young people can understand that fame comes at a cost, but you don't have to make it harder than it needs to be. Keep your family close. Know who you can trust. Use your discernment at all times. Don't allow anything or anyone to cloud your discernment and your judgment of those that do truly love you. That would be my cautionary tale, and I've had to use that in my real life as well. Like, your parents, your mom, your siblings at times they're not here to betray you. They're not here to um, derail things. They're saying what they say and giving the advice that they give from a place of unconditional love. I guess in a healthy family, and unhealthy families do exist, but for the most part, I think that would be the lesson. It's like, yeah, there are times when you have to lean on each other. Um, yeah.